everybody.
Welcome to our FlossTube.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah, good to see you all again today. Wonderful, beautiful day here in Carolina.
It is beautiful.
Sunny,
yes.
The weather's changing, the fall time's coming. Yep, say good riddance to summer.
Yeah, we've had some cooler weather after the storm.
Yeah.
And it's been nice. The leaves are starting to change, so fall is here.
Yep, it's on its way. Leaves are falling and the temperature's coming down in the evenings and still gets warm during the day.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yes, but anyway, this is our FlossTube number 17.
17.
Today is September the 25th, and we are glad to finally get a chance to come and be with you. We've missed you. We haven't been recorded a FlossTube since the end of last month. We did a little FlossTube the first of the month just to announce some wonderful stitchy kindness that I got and a giveaway. So anyway, we'll talk about that a little bit later, but welcome to our FlossTube and WoodTube. I'm Kathy.
And I'm Peter.
And we are Carolina Cross Stitcher.
And Pete's Bee Scouts.
These
One of these days I'll be picked up right on cue. But just to tag on to that, in fairness, we have not been just sitting on our laurels here.
No.
We've been doing a lot of work. My lathe has been smoke pouring out of the motor there with getting everything prepared for different things and whatnot. So we've been busy, and but we do offer that as an excuse, and we're sticking to it.
Yeah, and it's very real.
We miss you all, and it's good. I talked to Kathy, and I said, we need to make a concerted effort to make them maybe shorter or make them more frequent.
More frequent, yeah.
And that kind of thing.
That way they would be shorter kind of automatically if we did them more frequently.
Sure thing.
So we wouldn't have so much to cover. I've got a stack of stuff. Oh, and Peter does too.
I do not.
So anyway, grab your coffee, your tea, your drink, your water, whatever. And we hope you'll stick with us for a little while and just watch what we have to show you and share with you. And we hope you find some inspiration along the way.
And she does have a lot of stuff to show you, and I'm here to occupy space.
I do have a lot.
Feel free to ask any questions.
Yeah. I wish I had a whole lot of FOs to show you. I don't have any FOs, but I do have 4 FFOs. And I guess we'll just go ahead and just jump right in. So anyway, welcome, and thank you for returning subscribers, and we thank you for your subscribing to our channel and coming back and watching us and commenting. We appreciate you guys so much. We've just it's such a blessing, this community. So
it is.
So anyway, I have 4 FFOs. Last time I showed you my tree, and I don't know if this is going to be in the camera or not, with my prairie schooler birds that I stitched. There's 9 of them. I think it's 9. It's either 9 or 10. I think it's 9. But anyway, I completed 3. I completed 4 more. So that was last month. This is this month. So I wanted to share these with you. They're so precious. I'm going to scoot out of the way. So hopefully,
yep, me too.
That is in the screen.
So the camera will focus on our face instead of...
You can see them. So these are going to go on my tree after I show them to you. I backed them with flannel. I had some 5-inch square flannel. So that worked perfectly for the back. These were so much fun to stitch. And I did want to ask y'all if you would be interested in a video of how I finished them. If that's something you'd be interested in, let me know, because I would love to show it. I have 3 more to finish, and I could do just a quick little video showing you how I finished these. Yes. Here's another one. Number 3. I hope you can see that. And it's zooming in on it in the back. I just got some lace from Hobby Lobby and went around it. I couldn't find the lace that was on these, so I just, you make do with what you have.
Looks real pretty.
And I like this lace.
Yeah.
These little house finches. I love little house finches. They're such sweet little birds.
What a beautiful way to decorate that tree, too, with all these living things.
And this tree did have lights on it, but some of them had burned out, so I just cut the cord.
Yeah, it's one of those LED light things there. Some of them didn't work, and to fix them, I'd have to tear the whole tree apart. Might as well be easier to buy a new one, or in fact, do what you did.
Yeah. So anyway, these are just a simple little box finish. So if y'all want a tutorial just to see how I've done it, I'm not an expert by any means. I'm learning, but maybe y'all can learn along with me.
Oh, you did a beautiful job on those.
Well, thank you.
I like that.
Thank you.
At the bottom.
Thank you.
I think somebody suggested doing that originally on your first ones, didn't they?
Yes. Do what?
I think somebody recommended you put those on the border.
Yeah, you did. You did this is what you chose for these.
How about that?
Yeah.
There you go. That's my input for today, folks.
So I have no FOs to show you. I've got a lot of stitching. And, you know, that's one thing I kind of feel bad about. I don't really, you know, I hope that y'all are interested in what I have to show you. I'm not a speed stitcher like a lot of our good stitcher friends are. I wish I was, but I'm not. I don't get a huge amount of time to stitch, typically in the evening for 2 or 3 hours while Peter takes a nap.
Yeah, after supper, I take a nap and she wakes me up when it's time to go to bed.
Yeah. So do get a little bit of time to stitch in the evenings. But anyway, I hope y'all will, you know, stick around and see what we've got to show.
So you're kind of downplaying things. I really don't like it when you do that because what you're making is beautiful, and
thank you.
You're going along at your pace, your speed, and you don't have all day long spend hours and hours like you'd like to.
I don't. You
know what you do, you get done, and it looks beautiful, and so there.
I know.
Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Well, you know, you think when you retire that you're going to have all this time.
And couple that with the fact that we are all our own worst critics.
Yeah. So anyway, maybe we'll just jump right into some whips. Y'all want to see a picnic basket full of whips? I love my picnic basket. Do you remember who said picnic basket?
Landon.
Oh, well, yeah, he did.
He did.
But it was also Yogi Bear.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That was before my time.
No, that was not before your time. Him and his companion, Boo Boo.
Yeah, Boo Boo.
Boo Boo. Yep. So anyway, I'm going to just start right off and show you a couple whips, and then we'll just, I don't know how many whips you've got. We haven't really talked about what you're going to show.
I know, because I said I ain't got much to show, but because all my stuff, it gets packaged off and shipped off before I get to show it anyway.
That's true.
We do take pictures of it. Anyway, that's the thing. I do the grunt work around here.
Yeah.
She does all the fancy stuff.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, but I do have one. I got one whip. I got one whip.
Okay. Well,
and I do have one FFO too.
Okay, well maybe I'll go like halfway down and then you can do your whip.
Okay, you're gonna whip right through that there, are you?
Do you want to do your FFO first?
No, go right ahead. Go ahead. You got a lot more stuff, and we gotta bear through this and
try to
keep things moving. We're gonna lose people. So.
Okay. Well, my first whip is actually a new start, and my friend Carol picked this up for me from Keepsakes when she was there at StitchCon, and I had missed it when we were there during Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
So anyway, she picked this up for me, Bluebird of Happiness, by JBW Designs, Judy Whitman. What a beautiful chart. Oh my goodness, this is such a beautiful chart. And we started this September 1st, and we were doing it in celebration of Carol's birthday month, which her birthday was actually, was it the 3rd, Carol? I think it's the 3rd. So anyway, we're stitching it on the same thing. We're using 36 count Atomic Frieze. Very pretty fabric. And with all of the called for flosses. Now I did change one blue to a Vikki Clayton. Here is my stitch. Gosh, I hope you can see that. Is that too close? I hope you can see that. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video right now, and you hold it up again, and we'll come back again. We'll start it up again. Just leave it running, but I want to see how that's showing in the screen.
Okay.
Because we can't see it at the same time. Go ahead and hold it up again like you were. And, oh, that's good. That's good, yeah.
It is good?
That's good.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
So anyway, I started, this is the first time I've done a bottom left start. I don't know why I want to do a bottom left start, but I did. So that's what I did, and I just think it's gorgeous. And when I got to this line of floss, I wasn't real crazy about the called for, so I switched it to a Vikki Clayton. And I am using Vikki Clayton Inhaled Mystery.
Inhaled Mystery. She's got the most imaginative names for her threads.
These are all the flosses. Look how gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Oh, look how pretty.
You scrunch them all up like that. It's hard to see them
well,
all.
I like to see all the, you know, where it all blends together. Okay, don't scrunch.
Well, I mean, that's fine. Everybody else does it too. Just seems to me like if you want to see the thread, you can see it better all hanging loose.
Yeah. I can't remember which one. I think it was Blue Moon. No. I think it was this blue beadboard that was supposed to be the letters. And I put that in and you couldn't read it. So I wanted to be able to see it and I wanted it to have some variegation. So Vikki's silk is just gorgeous. I'll put a link to her shop down in the bottom if you would like to go see what she's got. And she's got some beautiful silk packs for all kinds of different stitches. Yeah. So that is my Blue Bird of Happiness Start by JBW Designs.
Very good.
Man, I've got to get all this put away, you guys. Hang on. Anyway, there is a hashtag on Instagram. If you want to join in on this, there's tons of people doing it. Not just me and Carol, but there's tons of people that had already started it. And it's hashtag Blue Birds, plural, of Happiness Sal. So check out that hashtag. I've yet to post. I'm going to need to get better about doing social media. The thing is with social media, I get on there and I get scrolling and I just lose so much time and then I forget that I needed to post something. I lose my wife.
Lost in social media land.
So I don't do I need to do more though, because that's a good way to keep up with, what everybody's stitching. Oh, okay. My next whip is actually one of my WIPGO calls for September, number 15. It's Christmas Garden by Blackbird Designs. And I am stitching this on 36 count American Chestnut R&R fabric, and it is gorgeous. I know y'all have seen this chart, Christmas Garden, Blackbird Designs, and Home for the Holidays book. Absolutely beautiful. I hope you can see all that chart. And yeah, I started this Christmas Day of 2021. So I still have, a long way to go, but I'm just gonna keep on going, and one of these days it'll be finished.
It'll be done.
It'll be done. I am using Vikki Clayton silk pack for this too. And there's 4 colors. Only 4 colors. So I'm using Sage Oil, Poetry Pie, Strange Brew, and Old Maid of the Heart. That's the red. And typically when you stitch on 36 count, you just use 1 strand. But when I started this, I wasn't real happy with the saturation of the color. And so I went to 2 strands. I got in touch with Vikki and said, am I going to have enough? And she said, yes, 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 you will. So anyway, so I'm doing 2 strands of floss. Kind of wish I had stuck with the 1 because I saw Olivia Pumpkin Hollow Quilt. She did it with 1 strand of floss using Vikki's silk pack, and it's gorgeous. But anyway, this is how far I've gotten. So I'm making some headway, getting across that first top portion and coming down on the border.
Looking good.
So excuse this. I was off on my deer, and so instead of ripping this out, I just did a line across, and I'm just making this even with that. So it's a little bit off, but hey, it's mine. So I'm going for it. So I just have a little bit more left on that top. I've got 2 urns of flowers, the bottom of the basket, and then to come down that side on the border. And this whole top section will be done. This whole top section will be done. Then I'll start on this big urn here. I think if I can get that big urn done, then this will go faster. So this has been on my WIPGO board for 2 years, 22 and 23. So I'm sure it'll be on next year's WIPGO board, and I'll just keep plowing away. I think it's pretty.
Very pretty.
Yeah.
Yep. Looking good.
And it is in Home for the Holidays book. I know all of y'all, but if you're new to stitching, you're new to this channel, and you're just starting back to cross stitching, You've got to get this book. Brenda with Brenda and the Serial Starter, she says, buy all the Blackbird, and everybody listens to you, Brenda. As we should, because you know what you're talking about. So that was my second WIP of the month. And then my Sunday stitch, which I've started to do a Sunday stitch, and I thought what better thing to do on Sunday stitching than do the Sunday stitches by Beth Twist.
Yeah.
Of Heartstrings Samplery. And so I picked this up in May, started it in May, in Mania. And this is Blessed Assurance. I love this song. Blessed Assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
And these are the called for flosses. I think I'm going to have to switch this because it keeps wanting to come open. These are the called for flosses. Very pretty. Gentle Arts, Week Style Works, and Classic Colorworks. Gorgeous, gorgeous colors. And here's how far I've gotten. I hope you can see that. So I worked on it last night a little bit, and I got across the top and started working on these berries. I have to fill in these leaves, and there's 2 more berries down here, and then work my way down and put Blessed Assurance. So I'm just going to keep working this on Sunday evenings, and we'll see how long it takes me to get it. And then the next one, I'll just start on the next, another one of her charts. So this is going to be my Sunday stitches for quite a while.
Sounds good.
Oh, this is being stitched on, in case you would like to know, 40 count flax. And I think this is the first time I've used 40 count flax. I really like it. Have to have good light to see it, but I really like it. It's a nice, nice fabric. Oh, and I noticed last night that I had gotten something on the edge of it.
A smudge.
A big smudge. Luckily.
Wasn't me.
Luckily, that's not where any stitching's gonna go. So this morning I thought I need to put something on that because I don't want it to rub against another fabric, another stitch. So I just put Scotch tape.
That'll keep it.
And it's staying.
There you go.
Staying, so.
Protect the other
ones
there.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
And I'll do one more, and then you want to do one?
Sure.
Okay. This is my second WIPGO call for the month of September, and it is, oh yeah.
It is, oh yeah.
I love JBW Design. Judy, you are so talented with your charts. I just love them, love them, love them. This is Antique Rooster Sampler. Sorry for my hand shaking. Must be the caffeine. It's 11:30 in the morning. I haven't had breakfast or lunch or anything. Anyway, I am stitching this on 32 count Week Style Works linen in the color linen. And I'm using Cupid 2/2. And the reason I'm using Cupid is LFA linen. Rachel with Treehouse Fiber Arts, I was in her linen club for a while they had it, and she used to send us a skein of floss with every order, and she included a skein of Cupid, and it was about the time I was wanting to start this. So I thought, hey, that will work. And so I went ahead and bought 2 more, and I'm hoping that's going to be enough to stitch this. I started this with, this was part of Winter Cross Stitch Camp 2021, put on by Sheri. She is a good motivator for us stitchers. She's Colorado cross stitcher FlossTube, and she also has a shop, a wonderful shop. I've ordered from her quite a lot. And I don't know what I was thinking though, because I sure couldn't get this finished in a month. And that's kind of the plan with the cross stitch camps, is you get them finished. So anyway, here's my stitch. So I made some headway. I got these letters in here, this band, that band, this little chicken eating. From here over is what I've got done. And I still have several days to complete my WIPGO goal on this. I picked it up at the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit the first day, which was Friday, and I stitched on that while we were on Zooming, and that was so much fun. Anyway, where did I?
Put them over here, and then I can put them back for you, so be ready.
Oh, okay.
Move along a little faster.
That would be great. Zip, zip, zip.
Zip, zip, zip. You left the piece of thread there.
Well, I'll use that one.
Yep. You'll be looking for it.
I'll be looking for it.
Okay.
So, yeah, I have 4 more days to meet my goal. And my friend Merritt Crawford. Hey, Merritt.
Hey, Merritt.
She's the Sew Just Because Buzz on FlossTube. And no, she's the Just Because Buzz on FlossTube. And she's Sew Just Because Buzz on Instagram. Anyway, I remember you said you wanted to stitch this, Merritt, so I haven't forgotten. I will get it to you as soon as I get it finished. My friend.
Mine too.
Mine too. Yes, yours too. She's the one, Merritt, you just cracked us up at the Craft Gallery retreat when we were leaving, and we were out in the parking lot saying goodbye.
Yeah.
And I said something about,
we need to do something.
Yeah, that we needed to do something, and Merritt looked at me and she said, no, she looked at Peter and she said, you got a mouse in your pocket? And it cracked me up because Peter says that all the time.
It's all the time. The joke is, she says, we need to do something around here. There's no we. We means me. So I always say to her, what, you got a mouse in your pocket? Wee.
Yeah, so Merritt says that.
When Merritt said that, that struck a chord.
Well, I try to do it with you. I try to help, but you don't want me to help you.
Well, all right. Next.
It's your turn.
Oh, my turn.
Yeah,
okay.
I've got 2 more whips after that, or 3 more whips after that. So
well, I just got one little thing here I want to show. But something that came out, I had a little kind of almost like a happy accident in the shop there this week.
Oh yeah.
I had laminated 2 pieces of wood together months ago, and I thought it was walnut because it's just all rough and rugged on the outside. And I got to it this weekend. Last weekend, I decided to go ahead and make a spool out of it. Wasn't quite big enough to make a tiny town spool, so it's a little bit smaller than that. But when I started cutting on this and the wood started showing its grain inside, before it even started sanding it and showing polish it, I knew I had something real special in my hands. And what turned out to be what I thought was walnut turned out to be mahogany.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And
I'm gonna go around and see if that's recording.
This is what came up. Okay. All right. See, we gotta go around here and take a look, see, because we can't see what we're actually seeing. You're seeing on the screen, but
yeah, move your face. There you go, and hold it back just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Right there. Go ahead.
This is unbelievable.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. What? I don't know.
Are you gonna turn?
I can't. I gotta reach over and move.
Just don't show your face.
Show my face. Okay, keeping my face out of this here. This technology stuff we got to get something better than this. Nonsense.
Like that. See if it'll.
See, the lighting in here is not very good. See, what I hope to show you was a really fantastic piece that really lit my fire is obviously not doing its trick here now. So you just have to take my word for it and see that this is the most loveliest piece of mahogany that I have seen.
It's like a hologram.
And under the better lighting there, it just looks so much better. And of course, anything in the darkness, you really can't see it that well, I guess. So anyway, I guess that pretty much ends my show and tell.
Oh, no, it's gorgeous. We'll put a video at the end. We'll try to light it better and put a video at the end.
We'll see. Okay. And yeah, speaking of that, I did I took a video which we'll add in here, probably a little bit too there, that add just some of the things I got going on in the shop, because it's easier to take you out to the shop than to bring the shop in here to show you. I do have some other things to show you, but anyway, that's one whip among many that I've got right now. But this is the most neatest one.
I think so. Yeah, when I saw that yesterday, it was just so gorgeous. And I really wish you could see. I mean, it is like glass.
Very smooth, and it just finishes up.
Like glass.
There's nothing like mahogany that just, wow. It sparkles, and it's ribbons, and the grain, and I tell you, it's just, you never know what you're going to get when you cut into a piece of wood. That's the exciting thing for me, I think. Beautiful. So, and I've done a ton of these spools and scaps, and you think I'd be really kind of bored with it, and actually I really kind of am. But the fact of the matter is, every piece of wood I cut into, it's like an individual, and it has a little different grain, and when you cut it and finish it, polish it, shine it up, it just looks, it's really neat. It's beautiful. I never lose the enthusiasm for that. Yeah. So.
I can see why. And the two pieces of wood could come together and be so beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're just married.
How about that? Yeah. Well, piece it together like you do piecing when you're quilting.
Yeah.
Do it in wood too, because sometimes you can't, get the right size, like a walnut. Right. You can't get walnut now, right? If I want to make a walnut big enough for tiny town, I got to put.
Yeah, which we don't do that. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So you're going to just do one hole in this, right?
One hole. Yeah. Little design on the top. Little plug in the bottom with our little medallion. Yeah.
We're going to keep this one here, right? Because this is like one of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you say, mm-hmm.
Well, I just make it. What happens to it after that, I get to enjoy it for a while until we either, whatever. But yeah, that's a piece I'd like to, I really enjoy it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yep. And that's my whip that I got.
Whip. We didn't do a painting this time or a quilt. It's hard to find everything that.
We've got too much stuff here.
Yeah, we've got too much. But anyway, I was going to show you a quilt, but I had the quilt, had it ready, and I was looking for the book, the pattern, and I couldn't find the pattern, so I can't show you the quilt without the pattern. So next time I'll find it. I know it's here somewhere. So anyway, talking about the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit that happened weekend before last. Oh, that was so much fun. It was Friday evening, Saturday, and Sunday. And we were on Zoom, and then they still had the live in-person Stitch Summit going on. But there was close to 60 of us, I think, on Zoom, and we could see everybody, and we could talk to each other, and it was a blast. Tasha was our host, and she just kept us all in line, kept us moving in the right direction. I met so many neat folks, Meredith and Olga and Terry and Cheryl, and just so many neat folks. Had a great time. The designers were Satsuma Street, Jody Rice, and Tracy Horner of Ink Circles. And they have some beautiful designs that they gave us, fully kitted items. Anyway, Saturday, a bunch of us were going to go ahead and start on the Satsuma Street. And I want to get started on the Ink Circles one too, but I ordered fabric. Fabric came with it, but it was a 28 count or a 32 count. And you used 2 strands of floss. Well, I decided I wanted to do a 36 or a 40 for that one, so I could just use 1 strand. But anyway, let me show you this amazing design. I've never done a Satsuma Street before. I've seen them. Matter of fact, Robin from Lady Robin's on FlossTube, she's doing one and has been working on one for a while. It's called the Noel Sampler. And oh my goodness, the colors. And I think that's the thing about Satsuma Street, is she really believes in using vibrant, lively colors. I am not afraid of color. I love, prim. I love the colors. I just don't want to limit myself from, having to be boxed in to one area. So, oh, thank you, sweet. So anyway, this is the chart. And she showed it, and oh my goodness, it is amazing. I want to finish it just like this in a pillow, and it's going to go in one of my chairs over here. So when I'm sitting and we're sitting in the living room, we can just look right at it. The colors that are in this are the colors. Make sure it's
focusing, because I think the camera might be focused on my face here.
Okay. The colors that are in this are so beautiful, and there are so many colors that we have in our house. Matter of fact, I took it over to a quilt that's hanging in our foyer, held the flosses up to it, and it was like, you know, she was looking at my quilt when she designed it. Because every color that is in this is in the quilt. She uses Cosmo Floss, which Cosmo Floss is just beautiful. It is silky and shiny and vibrant and nice to work with. And I'm using 2 strands of floss, and it lays beautifully. So I am a fan of Jody now and of Cosmo Floss. So anyway, I got a little bit of a start. I worked on this, started it Saturday along with a bunch of other ladies and folks in the live retreat too. They were working on it. And I did a center start on this one. This is being stitched on Havana 30 count by Weeks Dye Works, which is a nice, dark, rich color.
It's really nice.
Oh, I just think it's beautiful. Yeah, every leaf I put in, or just like when I add a new color, it's like it's just coming to life, and I'm just in love with it. So I hope to get back on this soon. And this will definitely not be just for fall. I'm going to leave this out all the time.
Should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just beautiful.
Beautiful colors.
And if you can see, she designed it so it looks like there's a shadow on all of the design. The leaves, the acorns, there's a shadow. So it gives it
depth.
Yeah, depth, dimension, just beautiful. And she said that if you didn't want to use the Havana and you wanted to use a different color, just to be sure that what you use for the shadow go like 2 or 3 shades darker than the fabric color. So if you were using a gray, you would go, you know, to a deeper gray or charcoal or something like that. Because if you were to use this on a gray, it would look funny. But with it picking up the color of the fabric, but going into that monochromatic, you know, a deeper range, it really gives it that 3-dimensional look.
It's beautiful.
She's a beautiful designer and a really sweet person. I enjoyed listening to her and meeting her. She came over, her and Trudy both, and it was great to meet them and to talk with them. They're full of personality. I love stitching new designers. You know, there's so many, you know, for me, just coming back in 2020, everybody's new.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun. So that was another new start. I've had a bunch of new starts. Oh my goodness.
Good.
Yeah. And anyway, I had to get going on another Heart and Hand because we're going to Cross Stitch and Crafts
end of October.
End of October, yeah, the 28th. So I would like to have several finished, you know, adding to our collection so people can see what they look like.
Yeah. See what the finishes look like.
See what the finish. So I started the newest one, Harvest Tiny Town. It is so cute. Oh, Cecilia. Oh my goodness. I love your charts, your design skills. Your personality just comes out in this. So much fun. I mean, my goodness, look at that little owl.
I know, yeah.
The chicken over here.
Yeah, all of the tiny towns are just so beautiful.
They're all so beautiful.
Lovely detail.
Lovely.
Nice houses, trees, animals, everything's in there.
I went ahead and
like
got
the
frill too. So I'm going to do the frill on one of Peter's frill spools.
Yeah. You'll see a bunch of my frill blanks and frill blanks, not spanks. No spanking going on there.
You don't want to wear Spanx.
These little frills in the video that we'll show later on of me in the shop
good.
that I just took out there.
Oh, I can't wait
Got a
to
whole bunch of
see
these
that.
in different types of woods and that.
That's wonderful. We have not put that on our shop. I don't know why we haven't added that to our... That's me. That's my bad that we haven't added it to our
I'm
Etsy
just making
shop.
them.
So, I know. I'm falling down on the job, you guys. Week. Anyway, we're going to be adding them to the shop. I got to take a bunch of pictures and... get those added to the shop.
Okay.
Our shop, we had to close it or temporarily, pause it for two and a half weeks while Peter was working, because he had a large consignment order to get finished.
Yeah, I can't keep up with it.
So here's the flosses, the called for flosses for Tiny Town Harvest Tiny Town. So pretty.
Very nice. Pretty.
And I've just worked on this for one night so far. So I haven't gotten very far, but I will show you. And I have a thread, so y'all excuse my fall leaves.
Oh no, a thread. Yikes.
I have a piece of floss. So that's how far I've gotten. And I still have some stitching to fill in on the owl, his feet and his eyes and his beak. So I will put that in, definitely. And working on that beautiful big tree. Yeah. This is being stitched on 36 count vintage country mocha with call for flosses.
Interesting how they came out too. She did, after doing Tiny Towns, she asked me one day, can I make a little small spool for this little thing called a frill?
Yeah.
So she gave me the specifications and I made one, and that's how that came about. I think they're just the neatest little thing.
I do too. I love them. I think they're so cute.
Thank you. It's nice to have a challenge, something different to do.
Yeah. Sandra at Cross Stitch and Crafts, she showed, I'm going to link her Facebook page so you guys can see it, but she finished a Prairie Schooler mini Santa on a frill. It is so cute. She used 27 count banding and she stitched 1 over 1. So I ordered those charts. It's a chart, there's several charts in the pack. And I ordered that yesterday along with the banding. So we're gonna do some of that. I'm gonna do some of that. There's not a mouse.
A lot of mouse and a lot of mites around here. Need to get a cat.
This is such an easy finish. And guys, I did have another FFO, but I forgot to take pictures. And that was the Tiny Town honey of a frill. The frill. Shoot, I'll get it right in a minute. The frill that goes with Honey of a Town. Honey of a Tiny Town. That was my smallest exchange for acorns and threads. And I forgot to take a picture. And y'all were so good at giving me your opinion of which wood to use. I went ahead and stitched it and finished it on a cherry. But I still have the walnut, and I'm going to stitch it again for myself.
That should look nice against walnut.
And put it on the walnut. Yeah, yeah. So hopefully I will have that in the next couple of floss tubes, and y'all can see what that looks like on the walnut.
Nice.
But I'm going to have to order some more scissors because I'm running out of scissors to go with our spools.
We're going to open up a store if we sold all of our scissors.
Yeah. Anyway, so that is all of my cross stitch whips. But I do have some few little quilting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I thought I would just kind of flash these real quick. I'm working on project bags. And I've got 13 of the fronts. They're pieced and quilted. And I just thought I would flash these real quick. These are going to be going with us to Cross Stitch and Crafts to their Christmas party, October the 28th.
In Johnson City, Tennessee. So we hope some of y'all will come and meet us. Annie, the Proper Stitcher, is going to be there. Bonnie Wimmer, the Nebby Needle will be there. And it's just going to be so much fun to get together and see folks that we met the last time we went. That's right.
And to spend time with Sandra and
That's
Fred.
such a great time there visiting those folks. And
I know it.
I spent the whole day. It went by so fast. I couldn't believe it was already
so much
over
fun.
with. It seemed like we just got there.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be staying with Bonnie and Mark again, and we're just going to have a big old time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. We're not going to go scheduling or getting a place else to stay. Last time we came and spent the night. We thought we'd gotta go someplace else.
Just one night.
And Barney says, "Where you going?"
They had planned meals and everything, and we had already made reservations and paid with a VRBO.
Yeah, we didn't know, but we know now. So, but Bonnie and Mark are so gracious. That's over little Mishka, the little puppy dog.
Oh, she's so cute. I can't wait to see her again. Yeah. She's. I guess you're home now, Bonnie, from the Galleria. Can't wait to hear all about that. I saw some pictures there that you showed on Instagram of your room. It looked beautiful. Yeah. And Bonnie, I asked her if she would teach me how to finish my jewelry case and make it into a needle case. So she's made some beautiful ones, and she's been real successful in making those and selling them. And people love it because they love those, but they don't have time to do it, or they don't have the skills. So, you know, why not go ahead and get one finished?
Absolutely,
so I think you're a genius in doing that. Anyway, so we look forward to seeing you. Anyway, these are just some real quick, I'll show you just the fronts. This is Blackbird Design Fabrics. And I'm just gonna flash them real quick. And a lot of them do look similar. And that's because I use the similar colorway. Matter of fact, I have a, you know, in quilting, you do this thing called strip piecing. And I was getting ready to do these, and I had some jelly rolls, which are the 2.5-inch strips by a length of fabric, width of fabric. And I thought, why am I not strip piecing these? So these are done with the strip piecing method.
You make some nice bags.
And if y'all are interested, if you're not a quilter, but you would like to try to make some bags, let me know. I will do a video on how to do strip piecing and then cut them, and it makes piecing go so much faster. You can get a lot done.
You know quite a few tricks there. Tricks of the trade. Been doing it a while though.
Well, there's a, you know, when you learn to quilt, there's all these little shortcuts that you can take.
Shortcuts.
That make life easier.
Oh, I know about shortcuts.
Yeah.
You betcha.
When I did that blooming 9-patch, that was strip piecing. Because all of those were 9 patches. And, you know, that's pretty tedious when you're doing 9 pieces together, but there's a way of doing it that you can do multiple. And that's what I did.
It's the way to do it.
Anyway, I think this bluebird, I never get tired of looking at this bluebird fabric. Blackbird Designs.
Black, blue, whatever.
Fabric. So that's what I'm going to be working on this week, hopefully. And then I've got a lot of other different kinds of fabrics I want to make bags out of.
And I've got a lot of stuff to prepare for our trip to Johnson City.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of spools to make, scaps, and I want to make some a bunch more of the snowmen for decorations and trees and all kinds of little things.
And some acorns.
Acorns.
Acorns for fall. Yeah.
So
that sounds great.
Yep. I need to borrow a couple of Santa's elves in the shop there to help me out, I think.
I know. Wish we could find you some. So that's my whips. And that's your whips.
Whips. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I wanted to go ahead and show y'all some stitchy kindness.
Stitchy kindness.
Stitchy kindness. Let me get all this out. I'll do this before we do haul. Yep. That's haul. That's haul. That's not all the haul. That's some of the haul.
That's a lot.
Anyway, the video that I did the first of the month was just in appreciation of Christina. Christina, I love you. With Siggy's Closet. I got this wonderful random act of kindness gift from her out of the blue, packaged so beautifully in this beautiful little tin. I'm going to show y'all again.
She loves tins.
I love tins. How did you know I love tins? I'm crazy about tins. Anyway, look at this beautiful pin, stitchy pin, counting pin that she made. And such Christina, you do classy work. You just do really classy work. She made all that, and she sent me some DMC embroidery needles, which could always use those.
Always. Yeah.
I love measuring tapes. Can always use these. It has a little retractable there when it's got Siggy's logo.
Another one of her collections. Tapes, pencils, scissors.
She did this beautiful little needle minder.
Isn't it
that
nice?
Says happy stitching. Hope you can see that. Hope it's not too close. And this has a big magnet on it. Yeah. I've noticed on some needle minders they have those little bitty magnets, and the needles don't always stay on there. I mean, I love needle minders, but I don't want to lose my needles.
That's going to hold on to your needles there.
This will hold on. Yeah, those are strong magnets. And then she sent this beautiful pair of scissors.
Oh, nice.
With this gorgeous fob. Maybe head out of the way, sweetheart. Just in case I want everybody to see how beautiful her work is. So Christina's Etsy shop is Siggy's Closet. And I love shopping from her. I've never ever been disappointed. She's fast. She wraps things so pretty, and it's like Christmas time when you get stuff in. So when I did the video on the first of the month, I wanted to pass this Stitchy Kindness on, and that was our giveaway, was to offer a $25 gift certificate to Christina's Etsy shop.
Siggy's Closet.
Siggy's Closet.
S-I-G-G-Y.
S-I-G-G-Y. So I did the random comment generator yesterday.
All right.
And thank y'all for your comments, and for all the wonderful compliments to Christina about her work and how kind she was to send that. And I agree 100%. But anyway, the random comment generator chose Kathy McCrae, and we will show a picture of the random comment generators. I screenshot that, so we'll show that here, and we'll also show a screenshot of Christina's business card, so you can get her name. And Kathy. It's McCrae, M-C-C-R-E-A. Congratulations.
Good job.
You're going to find some beautiful stuff, and you're probably going to spend more than $25.
That'll help out a long way.
But anyway, I would love to see what you get. Please contact me at petesbskeps@gmail.com. The email address will be in the drop-down menu under the More, and I will let you know how you go about receiving your gift card. And congratulations.
Yep, congratulations,
yes.
Kathy.
Yeah. We also received a beautiful card. Look how sweet. From Karen. Karen won a giveaway in a previous FlossTube, and she sent us a beautiful card, and just she was so sweet, and what she said. Thank you, Karen. It just bless us.
Beautiful handwriting too there.
Beautiful handwriting. I mean,
nice.
Did you do calligraphy? Look, you can. I wish I could write that well. Yeah.
Neither of us can.
Yeah, you can't read my handwriting.
I know it. I tried.
Anyway, she sent along 3 wonderful bee charts. And I thought that was so sweet. So we've got Lizzie K. Busy Bee. Thank you, Karen.
How about that bee stuff?
Yeah, Chessie and Me, Queen Bee Stitch Book. And Hands-On Design, Oh Beehive.
Oh Beehive.
Oh Beehive. Oh Beehive. So I want to stitch some of these, and I will be passing these on in future giveaways. Yeah. So thank you, Karen. We appreciate that so much, and appreciate you. It's such a blessing to hear from our
friends.
Yes. And then we've got a stitchy group that started up at the library the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of every month from 1 to 4. And this couple of weeks ago, matter of fact, going tomorrow for our next meetup. And Judy, a stitcher that's coming, real sweet lady, she brought a container full of charts, and she said, get what you want, take what you want. So everybody was going through, and I found this, which is Sampler Astor Place it's Teach Me Sampler. And this chart was from, it was from the 80s. Oh, I thought I saw the date. 1980. And it's a hand-drawn chart, which that's the way they used to do them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very artistic.
Yeah. And it says, it's called Teach Me Sampler, and it says, teach me to feel another's woe, to hide the fault I see, that my mercy I to others show, that mercy show to me.
Might need to make those letters a little bit darker, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could change the colors and do my own colors.
You can.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
anyway, I thought that was a really nice.
That's very nice.
Really nice, yeah. I love that saying. That's something else that I've got. That phrase, yeah. Yeah.
You got so many of them. You got one or two plans up there.
Oh my, y'all. One of the things I did this time period, and I guess I shouldn't talk about this, but I'm going to tell real quick. I did an inventory of all of my charts.
She needs about 3 lifetimes to get them all completed.
Oh my gosh. You know, you have no idea how much stuff you've got until you start really looking at it and taking account.
Good fodder for stitchy kindness.
Yes, good fodder for stitchy kindness. I'll be
happy mail for somebody.
Yeah, I'll be passing a lot of that on. I don't need to buy any more charts for, several long lifetimes.
Like that's going to happen.
I know, I bought some yesterday. But anyway, back to Judy. And if y'all want to know how I did that, I did it in an Excel spreadsheet workbook. And it's great because I did several pages, and what you do is you just copy the master over, and then you can sort, and I did a column for if it's small, if it's kitted, if it's already been stitched, if it's partially kitted, and then the actual dimensions. Oh, and the first one, the master, is by designer, and then by name. So
if you're a type A personality, you can do that too.
I love it because I went in on the second page and I said, okay, show me all of the ones that are small, this size from this size. I want 40 by 40 to 100 by 100, and it'll sort by size.
It'll do it.
Okay. Also
you set it all up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just a matter of sorting.
Spreadsheet.
Well,
not everybody knows how to use a spreadsheet, though.
But, if y'all want to, I would love to show you.
Tutorial.
Yeah, I would love to show you how I did it. And, you know, I wouldn't mind.
That would be good because the way you got it organized is very good.
Yeah.
But not your average Joe. Not everybody knows their way around spreadsheets that well.
Well, I was in accounting, so, you know, everything I did was in a spreadsheet, bringing in a CSV file, CVS, and then tweaking it. And, whichever it is.
Separated value.
Comma separated value, yeah. Or even bringing in the raw data, you know, and then tweaking it the way I wanted to do it.
You're a good tweaker.
Yeah, I love doing that. So if y'all want to know how to do that, I would love to show you. I can share.
You got nothing else to do in your lifetime in your hand. And here she is doing all this by saying, oh, I don't have time to stitch.
I know.
Get away from the spreadsheet.
I love organizing. Organizing to me, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a blast. Anyway, the second chart that I got from Judy is the Nativity. Nativity.
We talk different down here in Carolina.
By Homespun Elegance. Isn't that beautiful?
Nice.
Oh, I just love this. I love this. And this was, okay, I'm trying to find a date. I think it was from the 80s too.
Looks like from around there somewhere.
Do you see a date anywhere on there? Date.
Nope.
No. Okay.
No date, but you can tell this looks like it's yellowish kind of the paper and stuff like that. So it's been laying around.
It's been around. Oh, it's 1993. 1993. Yeah. And it shows you can either do it in, you know, like one piece here, or you can do it on paper. You know, which I think that's kind of neat, and put it in a manger. And I think it gives you directions how to do the stand up. Maybe not. Major scene. Stitched on 14 count brown, I can't talk.
14 count?
14 count brown perforated paper. That's what these are stitched on.
Okay. Oh yeah, well that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I can make the little wooden stands for them to put
isn't that cute?
Up on. Yeah, let's make our own major scene. And you can make the pillow to go to boot. Can
y'all see that? It says 14 count perforated paper using 3 strands of floss. I can't imagine 3 strands of floss. I could use 18 count and make a miniature.
I could.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway.
Your creativity and imagination, I'm sure you'll find a way to do it.
This is on my list. This is in my inventory. Oh, yeah.
Coming to a spreadsheet near you.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Judy, for those charts. And then the last thing, and I couldn't bring that over here to show y'all, but I've been wanting a jelly cabinet. That's what I was looking for, to put behind my stitching chair, and to put my cross-stitch whips in, and different little paraphernalia that I need, you know, needles and threaders and all that kind of good stuff, to have it down here instead of up in my quilting space. And I couldn't find a jelly cabinet. I mean, plus the ones I saw were way expensive, and you know. Anyway, we were at Hobby Lobby picking up some lace and some cabinet knobs. Yeah. And I said, let's just run over to the furniture real quick and see if they have any cabinets. Sure enough, they had one that just was spot on perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. I even asked the lady if they had a tape measure, because I knew I wanted to be able to fit, you know, my bags in. And they had a tape measure. It was 13.5 or 14 inches deep, and plenty. There were 3 places that I could put my whips, my project bags.
Yep, it was the bee's knees.
It was the bee's knees. And I asked them if they had one that was in the back that hadn't been, because I thought it was like, you know, assembly required. They said, no, that's the only one they had, and they come assembled. And so I looked at Peter, and he said, get it. So I got it. Anyway,
I wasn't realizing we drove our little CRV to the store that day instead of the van. And
it was raining.
So I went out there with some young guy that said, well, get some Vaseline or something. We'll slide it in there somehow. I don't know how we got it in there, but we did, and got it back out. We got home.
It back out.
And still one piece, didn't break anything. That's a miracle in and of
itself. Well, it's real rustic, so if it did get a scratch or two, it didn't really matter.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. Right, yeah. But you got it. So
it
works.
Yeah.
Works for you.
Works perfect. It works perfect. So anyway, I'm going to insert a video either here or at the end. I'm not sure which. And show y'all what it looks like. And I got the number, you know, the card number and all that. If y'all are interested, you can order one.
Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby. You could always paint it if you didn't like that rustic look, but I like the rustic look, you know.
Plus, I ain't got time to paint it no how.
Plus, yeah. And it has the barn kind of door that slides. Anyway, if you're interested in it, stay tuned and watch the video. You have some haul. You want to do some haul, or do you have something else you want to show?
No, I think that's it.
I do have some haul here too.
I got some haul. Okay. I did show you last time, just to briefly show you, that I had a little round piece that I made a scissor holder out of a piece of heart of pine that Fred and Sandra gave us there. And
from their son. Right?
From their son, yeah, very kind in that. And so I have a piece of poplar. This is a piece of poplar I got for a haul, and it's going to make a wider one so the scissors will stick out. The other ones I got to put a hole in, or put a footing on it. But anyway, it's a piece of poplar, and so just doesn't look like much now, but when it looks done and finished, it's going to be very nice.
Yeah.
And then Kathy thought that we might, well, she had an idea to get some, buy some blanks, wood blanks, 6x6 by 2 inch we thought which were sufficient in size there. So we bought some really nice ambrosia maple to do that. This is what the blank looks like here. And in the video that I took out in the shed, or not shed, but the shop, that we'll show you again later on, probably right after her video or whatever. Okay. This is the blank of it. It's only, the thing about it is, though, I didn't realize that it's only, see that the bottom's going to stick out. So I got to put a footing on these. So this is, the top is going to be like this, but then I'm going to put a decorative footing on the bottom as well too. And what the idea is that I'll make these like little spools. They'll have a little edge on it here, like this thing right here. And but I'm going to put it so there'll be multiple. So you can hold all your scissors, and if you don't have enough to fill it up, well, you can just go to the store and buy some more, just like she does.
There are a lot of us out there, aren't they, guys? Scissor collectors. I never thought I'd be a scissor collector.
She's a scissor addict.
Scissor
addict. So anyway, that's a 6x6 blank.
That's gonna be so pretty finished with that ambrosia in it.
Yeah, we thought I had an idea that it might be nice to make them even bigger. And so that piece of mahogany that I showed you there earlier, this little guy right here, we got another nice big piece of mahogany. And I thought this would make a really, really big platter, but it'd be way too big.
Yeah, you were going to...
I'm going to split them up. I'm going to have to split them up so it'll be size.
That's going to be so
6x6.
pretty.
Oh, but I got mahogany.
It was like a kid in a candy shop when we were ordering these.
I know it. And there's a piece of exotic wood called sapelli.
Beautiful.
Which it's got beautiful, beautiful grain, kind of similar to mahogany, except it's much heavier. Your exotic woods are more dense for some reason, coming out of the jungle. I don't know why that is, or from South America, wherever they come from, are much heavier. This is a piece of cherry. I don't know how that side looks, but you see KDCH there. That means kiln dried and cherry. Now your life has been so enriching by
You'll learn something today.
But anyway, nice piece of cherry. I'll make those small blanks, and then I got to use two hands on this. We got this big old piece of purple heart.
Oh, wow.
And I'm telling you, this thing feels like it weighs about 50 pounds by itself.
Wow.
I cannot believe how dense this wood. This piece weighs more than all the other three combined together. Wow. So we're going to make smaller blanks. Can you imagine shipping this?
I cannot.
Oh, no. Man, we'd pay through their nose for that.
We might have to do that. What do you call the shipping that you just, whatever size you can fit in the box?
Flat rate.
Flat rate there.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so this is my haul. Really nice stuff to play with. Looking forward to using it here. And that's...
So that'll make four each, right?
It'll make 4 of them, yeah.
You gonna do those? Make those for Johnson City, you think? Or
I hope I get time. I've got so much that I need to do that
I know.
We don't have time to sit around here making videos and stuff.
I know.
Working.
I was able to get him to come and be with us today. Aren't y'all glad?
Yay.
Say it like you mean it. Oh, anyway, okay, my haul, the rest of my haul, I showed y'all the first part of my haul. I got my monthly, no, I'll start with this one first. I watched Olivia, I love your stitching and your quilting. Oh my gosh, you just inspire me so much. Olivia Pumpkin Hollow Quilt, FlossTube. I know y'all know her. Don't know if you've seen her recent videos. She's got a quilt behind her that is, oh, stunning. Olivia, that is so beautiful. Kim Dill, Spangled is the name of it. I didn't walk, I ran to Fat Quarter Shop. So Emma has published this. They have it at Fat Quarter Shop. So Kimberly Jolly, thank you for doing this. And I want to make that. I just think it is so beautiful. If you want beautiful design. I'm really getting into the antique looking fabrics. Smaller prints.
Yeah. Looks so nice. Well, that looks nice on her bed.
Oh, on a king size?
Not gonna happen. She just got a quilted there that she had made so big. I mean, you almost had to take 2 people to haul this thing around.
$120 123 by 123.
Egads.
In order to, and I took it to Kathy Drake here in Wake Forest. She's a long arm quilter. And I called her. I said, okay, Kathy, how big a quilt can you take? And she said, the absolute maximum I can take is 109.
Uh-oh.
So I had to take, no, 105. So I had to reduce it. So what I did, I took the border off of the top and bottom. And I'm just going to let it border on the sides. And it worked. So she quilted it beautifully.
Really nice.
In a Baptist fan. It's a 1930s reproduction fabrics from the Depression years. Very bright, very colorful. These were reproduction flour sacks. And they did those real colorful because of the Depression. People, well, that was one way they could get fabric, and they wanted happy in their lives. Yeah. Because life was hard.
Life was hard.
So they made colorful, sweet little prints and just bright and happy.
Very nice.
Very nice. And it does. We put it on the bed. It's not finished yet, but it just brightens up our bedroom like, wow. So
really nice.
Yeah,
biggest one she's ever made.
Biggest I've ever made. So I started with the binding. I have to do 484 inches of binding.
Egads.
So I've got it cut. I need to piece it and fold it and then get it stitched on.
She stitches it all by hand.
And stitched
every single inch.
Well, to tack it down. Sew it down. I love that part because it's like you're spending time with an old friend. Even though this quilt has not been my favorite because I've had a lot of trouble with it, but sometimes that makes for a sweet relationship too.
There you go. The struggle. Get through the struggle.
The struggle. Get through it. I don't think I would have gotten through it without Kathy's help. So, let me show you what else I got. Not a huge amount of stuff. I got my monthlies in. Okay, here we go. Got my monthly Vikki Clayton silk, and she's sending them to me in one shipment now. The beautiful colors, handdyedfibers.com. And I will link her website down below. If you haven't tried Vikki's silks, you should. Her prices are excellent. The quality is fabulous. I have no qualms about these at all. They are just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
They're the bestest.
And she does the variegated and then the solid colors, which coincide with DMC's.
And such creative names.
Such creative names, yeah. You'll get a chuckle just doing the names.
Yeah, you get a whole education here. And while she's digging that out, we got one called Fish Pepper.
Fish Pepper?
Fish Pepper. What is that? The marsh grass. These ones are probably not so wacky. Some of them are Kodiak Bear. Some of these other ones. Quiet koi.
Oh, like KOI?
Didn't know koi were noisy. Little fish swimming around there. Huh? Yeah, quiet koi. Mimosa tree. Oh, I like growing mimosas.
Which one is mimosa tree?
Right here, that one.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's real pretty.
Look at that gold.
Yeah.
Check it out. Check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Sage oil.
Oh,
such creative names. Some beautiful colors.
Yeah. I got my color and cotton.
Very nice. Pretty
fabric of
pretty
the month.
material.
Isn't that gorgeous? It's 36 count travertine.
Yeah, travertine. Yeah, travertine.
Travertine?
Maybe travertine.
What is that?
That would be my guess.
Okay.
I've heard that name before, but I can't recall.
Beautiful sampler fabric. Or anything.
It is. Very nice.
Very good neutral.
All finished off nicely around the edges, too.
I know. I love that she serges. You know, a lot that you get in are not serged. And she uses a Swigart base. That's what this orange line is. Yep. And then the last part of haul. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's a little excited about this.
Get out. Okay, guys. Oh my word.
I know what you're thinking, so show it already.
Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine.
Yeah.
fall issue.
The reason we're so excited about this.
And, oh, I guess I need to cover up our address. Look at the back cover. Does that look familiar? That's Peter's spool with a gorgeous stitch by Bonnie Woomer, the Nebby Needle.
Yay.
Peter's spool is on Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine.
Yeah, and I'm just glad that
oh my goodness,
to be able to build something there for Bonnie to put her nice stitch around there and whatnot, because it's a lot of fun. And I love it.
Go to page 61 and you will see it. 61. Oh my goodness. Beautiful cherry, deep dark cherry. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much. Sweet Bonnie. Thank you, Bonnie, for doing this.
Yes, yes.
Oh, what a joy. What an absolute joy. She did a beautiful job, and I love the scissors.
We did it in cherry and maple.
Look at that.
I don't have any walnut big enough to do that, other than having to which I will do. Probably starting to begin next year, I'm going to be doing a lot of piecing together, so to say, or gluing laminating. I don't like to use the word laminate, because that reminds me of the kitchen countertop, those ugly things from the 50s, you know, with that mic on the top that cracks up and
plastic.
No, but piecing together. There we go.
This is one in tulip poplar.
It's tulip poplar, yeah.
Let's scoot our faces out of the way so they can see.
All right, get out of the picture. I know.
Can y'all see that? Cute. This is one I couldn't show you, but I can show you now.
Yeah,
Bonnie.
Big secret. Really nice design, Bonnie. Did a great job.
I love it.
I'm so glad to build the little spool for you to put it on there.
Yes.
And finish it up nice. And the picture, we were thrilled when we got that magazine. We saw that on there. So, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you show that? Is that a cherry one?
This is a cherry one. I did one up here, and this is a completely finished one, a 3-holer. Some people like 1 hole. I can do that as well too. But this is cherry. Hopefully, I'm out of the picture enough so you can see it. But I like this. It's really coming out smooth and nice, beautiful. There.
Beautiful, beautiful. And these are being sold exclusively at Cross Stitch and Crafts in Johnson City, Tennessee.
Yep.
And if you're interested in one, get in touch with Sandra. I will link her shop down below and phone number, and she will get one to you, or let us know that you need one.
Yep.
And we'll be taking more with us too to Cross Stitch and Crafts.
We will. And that they're selling exclusively to what, January?
The end of January.
To the end of January, and then we'll have them in our shop.
Right.
Rightio.
Yeah, rightio.
We finished?
So, our news, let's see.
I got a Bible study to teach this afternoon.
No,
we want to eat before we get over there.
So, what are our plans?
What are our plans? Our plan is to eat and go to Bible study.
Okay. Well, my plan is to stitch, and do WIPGO, get caught up on WIPGO, get my 1930s quilt bound. One thing I want to plan too is I watched Kim Goldman, the Contented Needleworker, her FlossTube. Hey, Kim. And she talked about her birthday month. She was doing 6 new starts in her birthday month to celebrate her 60th birthday.
Ah,
yeah. So happy birthday, Kim.
Yes, happy birthday.
And I'm gonna copy you, and I'm gonna do 7 in December to celebrate my 70th birthday. And so I haven't picked out, I've got some in mind, but I want to go through and pick out and kit these 7, get them ready so I can get them started. And I just want to do this in celebration of the 70 years the good Lord's given me on his beautiful green earth.
Yep. I know what I'm going to get her for her birthday and Christmas. I'm going to run out and buy her a bunch of time so she can get all the stitching done. That's what I'm going to buy this year.
And another pair of hands.
Another pair of hands. There you
so
go.
We have several pairs of hands. We'd have to have some on this side and some on this side.
There you go.
Yeah.
Borrow a couple of Santa's elves once they get
and then I need another brain so I can
you
process all these things. So anyway, I'll be showing some of my selections in future videos.
That would be nice.
Yep. So our shop news, we've talked about going to Cross Stitch and Crafts on October the 28th, the Christmas party, and hope you guys are going to join us.
Yeah, come see us, please.
Yeah.
Love to talk with people, meet people from all around.
Right. More news is we just sent an order to Janine at the Crafty
U up in Ohio.
Broadview Heights, Ohio.
Broadview Heights, yeah.
And she is participating in the Tour de Stitch along with 7 other shops. And I'll link that announcement here. I've heard that that's a big deal, and a lot of people do shop hops and go from place to place, and each shop has a specific designer that they're featuring.
Oh, okay.
So we are honored.
We are, yeah. And we said a lot of really nice stuff. So I hope, Jeannie, if you watch this, hello.
Yes.
I hope everybody enjoys that. And Pat too, yeah, that's right,
Yeah.
Pat, that's right. Pat, your spool is in there with all the other stuff as
in
well
there.
too. I know you had to
Yeah.
wait so long for it.
Yeah.
I want to send it to you, but this one wouldn't let me, so.
Oh, but she said send it.
I'm
when we
just
send.
teasing
Yeah.
anyway.
So anyway, that's going to be really, really exciting. Can't wait to hear how that goes.
Yeah, but it's a good turnout there.
Oh, and I did record a short video before we sent some of the stuff. We have more that's not included on the video.
Sure, right.
I don't think I got the frills. I didn't get the frills on the video.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get those.
I didn't get the frills on the video.
Okay.
Anyway, I will show that at the end or here, whichever we can learn how to fit in. And also another plan is we have made reservations for Orlando for the Stitch Florida 2024 retreat.
Going to Florida.
July of next year.
Yeah.
And we are so excited about that.
We are excited about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, Alicia. She's the Fanciful Flamingo FlossTube, and she's the one that is organizing it. Hey, Alicia.
Yeah. We are so looking forward to coming down there and visiting you and seeing all your folks down there.
We can't wait
to spend some time having a good old time.
Yeah. And this retreat is going to be, I think, if I'm not wrong, Alicia, you let me know if I'm wrong, a stitching retreat. You're not going to have featured designers as far as kits, but you're going to have trunk shows, a lot of trunk shows. I think Chrissy, finally the Farmer Girl, is going to be there. I think.
Oh, that'd be nice. I haven't met her yet.
Right. Like Annie, the proper stitcher, is going to be there.
Nice.
And I'm thinking, I hope Becca, I hope you're going to be there. That's going to be so great if you come.
Yeah.
And of Samplery Stitches.
Yeah.
So we get to meet you finally in person. And I'm not sure who else, but anyway, we'll find out more.
A whole bunch of people love to meet new people, shake hands, hug your necks, get to know you.
Right. And I wanted to just quickly do a thank you to Laurie. Hey, Laurie of Once Upon a Stitch. She mentioned us in her FlossTube. And I just really appreciate you mentioning us.
Yes, thank you, Laurie.
And thank you, Laurie. And I love to watch you. You're so inspiring. And oh my goodness, you're fast. I don't know how you get so muc stitching done.
Yeah. You gotta slow down, man.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
Smoke starts pouring out of your needle there. Set your fabric on fire.
I know. So I'm looking around. I don't see anything else that we've... Oh, I was going to show you. Yes, I do have one other thing.
Just when we thought we'd get away.
But this was part of the haul, and then also the other design from Tracy of the punch needle. No, Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit. Words are hard. Anyway, this was our goodie bag. And we got, I know y'all probably seen this already. Oops. I got a name tag. And then we received this Vivalux magnifier that clips on your table, tray, whatever you can clip it on to show your work. We got all kinds of goodies, Hang on. I love books, because it's, and then she did this like graph paper. So you could actually do like a design. Yeah.
You always wanted to start designing.
Yeah, I know.
Already.
I know.
And I'll make a spool for you too.
Got M&Ms. Can you believe I haven't eaten these yet?
You were holding them back. I didn't even know she had those.
No. I put them down in the bag.
Holding out on the the M&Ms on me there, I tell you what.
We got some beautiful floss. This is Gloriana, and I think these are one-offers. I think that's what they call them.
One-offers?
One-offers. One-offs.
One-offs.
Where they just,
two different
it was
colors.
like a test dye.
Beautiful.
Got a waxer with a little flower on it from Ink Circles. And got this cute little fob, acorns and threads. And my goodness gracious, pen. Got a pen.
The bottomless bag they gave her.
And this is a nice bag. It's insulated. So you could, it's like a lunch bag.
There you go.
And you can put your drink there. But anyway, I wanted to show you real quick Ink Circles chart. It is gorgeous. The forest for the trees.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that beautiful? Tracy Horner, Ink Circles. And I've never done an Ink Circles before, but
there's a lot of stitching right there.
A lot of stitching. And then she gave us all of the fibers, the Classic Colorworks. And a little ring. And, okay, I'm coming, hang on. I just have to show this because this is so neat, and I appreciate her doing this. She did a little laminated card with the name of her chart and the colors, the symbols. Because that's what I do on mine too, but mine's not anywhere near as pretty. I might have to get one of those laminators.
Okay.
And then she made these
little small ones, easy, yeah.
Made these little, and that has floss in it. It has DMC floss. Or just, isn't that cute?
It is really nice, yeah. How'd they do that? The laminators, or you get little small ones that are, they're not too expensive either.
She had to stuff that in their little glass balls, and then she said she didn't think she
she got them in there, and little pointy little fingers.
I like these little wire, and she said the trick is to press it, and then, because you know it was hard to get undone, so they press it down, and then you can unscrew it. Very nice. So that is it, friends.
Sweet.
Yeah. So are you going to share something with us?
I do. And as usual, I like to leave you all with a little verse of scripture that talking about our Lord Jesus. This comes out of the book of Titus, New Testament book written by the Apostle Paul. And chapter 2 and verse 14 talks about who gave himself for us, that he might redeem us from every lawless deed and purify for himself his own special people, zealous for good works. This is what Christ does in us. He changes us, takes us old dirty rags that we are, and turn us into something nice and beautiful, pure and clean for his purpose. Wow. So thanks be to God for that. And with that, I'd like to wish you all God bless, and we'll see you the next time.
Yes, hopefully sooner. And y'all have many happy stitches.
Yeah. Okay, hey everybody. This is just want to show you some of my wood I have in the wood shop here. As you can see, I've got some Tiny Town spools and some small blanks for little minis here and smaller skeps. And down the end here, I've got a whole bunch of blanks here for the frills that go along. They're the little brother to these Tiny Town spools right here, which you see I have in work. So this is, by the way, a little lathe that I bought when I was working out of my mom's house for a while and visiting her and taking care of her a few years back. And of course, this is my dusty old shop. Look at that, dusty old wood. Looks like a pile of junk, don't it? But the fact is, there are some gems in this wood here, which will come out as we progress and continue to work. And I'll give you a little shot here of how nice and neat I keep my desk. Kathy keeps threatening to come out here and clean it all up for me. Of course, I know I'll never find anything else. Here's there's the workhorse right there. I use my little lathe as well, but I want to walk over here and show you some of the wood that I've got that I'm working with. Of course, I got piles of wood everywhere, little things I pick up. I got a laundry basket. Kathy keeps wondering where that laundry basket went. And I use other trash cans or any type of thing that I can do to stick wood in. I never throw anything away, as you can tell by my desk. Oh, here's a bunch of little minis that I'm working on here. These are all whips that are in progress. Buried under here is my planer, along with other wood that I've got plans and designs for. And this is my wood rack over here, which I try to organize. Like down the bottom left, you see I got maple there, and moving to the right, I've got cherry. And up above there, I've got different types of small woods, some exotics and laminates and stuff like that. And then I've got walnut. I wish I could get walnut in 4x4, but this is as big as I get here, 3x3s. So I make small skips out of them. And then moving over here, this is what I've got in cherry. Well, not only cherry, this is that Spanish cedar, which is really good. It smells good. And we also have, and all others above here. I got some mahogany, other different types of exotic trees. Oak, don't use oak so much anymore. Basswood with very good light wood. Hard to put a good finish on that though. Poplar, and some other various types of wood, sycamore and those type of things up here. And I've been so busy, matter of fact, let me show you my final storage space here for wood. What I've got here, this is what I make primarily all my tiny towns and nebby needles on. I got cherry and I got maple. That's about it. Now I got some poplar here off to the right hand side, right beside my sign there. And up top here, I received some, I say received, I bought, which I'll show in the show later as well too. Some of these little blanks here, 6x6 by 2 inches, which I'm going to turn into little platters, round platters that you can turn your, put your scissors in, and or maybe compartments there too. I got a lot of ideas floating around. Last, a little bit of maple and some pear wood. Comes from a Bradford pear tree, which it doesn't really show up too good right there, but it does have some very nice grain in it there. So, anywho, this is some of the wood that I've got in my shop. My wonderful, my beautiful shop, tongue-in-cheek. Looks like complete pandemonium, doesn't it? But it works for me. And so anyway, we're going to turn this into video. Bye-bye.